I'll take you back to Somalia, where for years sport was suppressed by hardline Islamists. They believed it was too Western for Somali youth. Now, though, sport is enjoying a revival in Mogadishu, and some clerics are even trying it out for themselves. CCTV's Mohammed Hirmoge with the details.
Not so very long ago, this was a dangerous pastime here. The Islamic Courts Union was a powerful influence in Mogadishu. Few were brave enough to defy it.
It is true that when the Islamic Courts Union had control here, there were some who were totally against sports, even banning young men from either dressing or shaving like sportsmen. But those were the elements of Al-Shabaab hiding within the Islamic Courts Union.
But the city is stabilizing and sports is taking its place in helping rebuild. League football has resumed here, and just recently FIFA returned after many years away to help train Somali coaches and to identify the next stars of Somali football. Al-Shabaab remains an ever-present threat. The president of the Olympics Committee and the head of the National Soccer Federation were killed in a bombing blamed on the Al-Qaeda-linked group. But officials believe sport can help defeat extremism.
It was in our strategy, using sports as a tool of peace building in the country. We understand how Somalia has been for the past couple of decades. It went through a lot of turbulence and difficulties. And the Somalia Olympic Committee always has been trying to unite the community and also use sports as a way of peace building and also youth engagement.
It is not right to stop sporting activities. In fact, we should sensitize our youth on the need for sports. We should support and finance sports. We should offer sports training for the young people.
It may take years before Somali sport is ready to compete at international level. But for the people here, there is far more to play for than merely winning the game. Mohammed Hirmoge, CCTV, Mogadishu.
Kenyan runner Matthew Kisorio is back in training and preparing his comeback. A former captain of Kenya's cross-country team, Kisorio has been banned since June 2012 after failing a doping test. Kisorio says his time in exile has been tough, but he's learned from it about himself and about others. This report from CCTV's Celestine Carney.
The road to recovery after a fall from grace is often a tough one. 24-year-old Matthew Kisorio is taking that journey one step at a time. His fall came back in June 2012. Kisorio arrived at the athletics headquarters for what he thought a routine meeting with officials. But he was informed that he had been found guilty of a doping violation and was banned for 2 years.
The news bothered me mentally because I had set myself the target of breaking the 10-kilometer and half-marathon world records. This journey was shortened and I stopped running. I went months without training, moved away from my friends and family, and since I'm a policeman, I decided to focus on this instead.
Losing 2 years of his career in a sport that is extremely competitive was not the only hardship Kisorio struggled with. He also found himself isolated after a German media house attributed comments to him that doping was rife in Kenyan athletics.
Yes, I met with these journalists, but I never mentioned that any athlete dopes. I come from a family of athletics. My father was an athlete, and so are my brothers and sisters, so I would never speak ill of athletes. Because of this, I was alienated from my fellow athletes.
I heard the news while in the Netherlands, and it really affected us for a while. Whenever we entered the competition, organizers and even fellow athletes would question whether we are clean, so I also avoided other athletes.
Kisorio's management team also abandoned him, something the athlete says he found very strange.
The only coach I've known in my athletics career stopped speaking to me, and my agent dropped me. They did this even after I saved them from the wrath of the athletics officials when I absolved them from any wrongdoing in my case.
He says agents are now contacting him to sign with them, but his focus, he adds, is on getting back in shape.
Being in the cold has helped me realize the mistakes I made as an athlete, and so now I'm working hard on improving on this. I know I'll begin with the second-class races when I return next year, but I will build from here and still retain the dream of being a world record holder.
Kisorio's case shook Kenya's athletics fraternity to its core. Kisorio says he hopes others will learn from his mistakes and he's vowing to return stronger than before. Celestine Karone, CCTV, Nairobi.
And that's it for now on Africa Live. Remember, you can stay in touch with us on Twitter using the handle @CCTV News Africa. And you can also visit our Facebook page, CCTV Africa. I'm Penina Karibe. Thanks for watching.